Outside the United States Embassy in Copenhagen, hundreds of Danish war veterans gathered, not with chants, not with violence, but with a quiet, unyielding intensity that could not be ignored. Well, flags were planted, memorials were laid, and every gesture carried the weight of sacrifice, pain, and nation's demand for respect. You know why they are so much angry? The trigger? Words, specifically comments by US President Mr. Donald Trump about NATO and Denmark's role in America's wars. Trump had questioned Greenland, ridiculed Denmark's contribution, and appeared dismissive of Danish soldiers who fought shoulder to shoulder with American troops in Afghanistan and Iraq. Now, for the veterans, this was more than politics, it was personal. It was about honor, and it was about those who never came home. You know what happened at the embassy? Well, the veterans arrived quietly but deliberately. They carried flags, some representing their fallen comrades, others the Danish and NATO colors, symbols of courage, unity, and commitment. Now, earlier in the week also, memorial flags outside the embassy, they had been removed. For many veterans, this was an insult, a slap to the memory of sacrifices made in foreign lands. So, they returned, silent, strong, and unyielding. And you know what? The power of silence, that is something that speaks. Unlike loud protests, the demonstration sent a different kind of message. Respect for those who served, condemnation of dismissive rhetoric, a reminder that sacrifices cannot be ignored. It was a lesson in dignity, discipline, and national pride delivered without a single raised voice. Now here's a backdrop for you all. Denmark in America's war. Denmark has contributed troops to the conflicts in Afghanistan, Iraq, and other NATO operations. Danish soldiers, they have faced the same danger, same frontline, same losses, often with less global recognition than their American counterparts. Now here, veteran argued that Trump's remarks undermined years of commitment, courage, and international solidarity. And this matters globally. Why? Because this particular protest is not just only about Denmark. It represents a larger tension, how allies perceive the United States' attitude towards NATO, military contribution, and shared sacrifices, how words from global leaders can inflame historical wound, how military veterans hold the moral authority to demand recognition, how symbolism, flags, memorials, and ceremonies carries weight in diplomacy. Now for Denmark, this was a message: we fight, we sacrifice, and we deserve respect. In the end, here's what veteran wants. They aren't seeking headlines. They are not seeking for any condemnation or confrontation. They want acknowledgement of their service, honor for those who gave their lives, respect for Denmark's commitment to NATO. In the end, don't insult their service. Don't erase their memory. And there is a bigger lesson too. The silent protest at Copenhagen's US Embassy is a reminder that words do matters, action do matters, and recognition do matters. And in the world where diplomacy often overlooks the human cost of war, veterans are the voices that refuses to be ignored. This was not just noise, this was not chaos, this was a visual, powerful, and moral statement from Denmark's brave men and women who have faced war and demand their sacrifices to be remembered. Because behind every flag, every planted memorial, and every silent veteran, there is a story that the world cannot afford to forget.